Hi guys, please excuse the hair. I've just been rained on coming back from the school run. I'm sitting at my desk in Milo's room. That's where I'm working from home now. And I'm going to be trying out Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse for the first time in probably 15 years. So I am going to try and give it the best shot I can. I don't think this is necessarily something that I would want to wear now. I don't think it's necessarily something that would appeal to me if I saw it rebranded as like a new launch. I think immediately I would see that as going to settle into all of the kind of dryness and fine lines and things like that. So I think I can understand why it appealed to me as a teenager and a young adult, because I had very oily skin. Not crazy breakouts, I didn't need a lot of coverage, but I really liked the idea that something was going to make me matte. And as I remember it, I actually wore this quite blended out, not high coverage. So I'm interested to see how this works. I also got the colour that I used to wear, which was nude. And when I got it, it was, as you would expect, quite deep. Really quite orange for my face. So we'll see. I'm going to start off by putting on some of this L'Oreal Glow Cherie Natural Glow Enhancer. I'm going to kind of wear that as a primer because I have a feeling my skin could probably do with a little bit of a glow underneath the Dream Matte Mousse. And I thought it might help to kind of avoid that settling into dryness situation. We'll see, we'll see. Do you know what? I wore makeup yesterday. My skin did not like it. It was just like the regular makeup that I would wear, but maybe a little bit more than usual. And after wearing it for about 6 hours, my skin started to feel like sore. And when I took it off, I had kind of a little rash. I think my skin is just not used to me wearing makeup right now. So again, we'll see. So I don't like, before I do these videos, I don't like to watch other people's reviews because I don't want to be influenced, for use of no better word. But I really wasn't sure about application. So I skipped through a couple. I just kind of like, didn't want to see what they were saying about it, but I wanted to see how people were applying it. Because what I would usually do would be apply with my fingers on one side of my face and apply with sponge on the other side of my face. But it would appear from just kind of skimming through these videos that the sponge was not for this product. So I'm actually going to use this brush. This is from AUDIBLE. I think I got this from Amazon. It's okay, but I don't use it very often because this is not a brush that would kind of work for my kind of products. So I've also heard to me that I don't have a proper mirror. I wonder if I could use my phone. When I did this last and I didn't have a proper mirror, I ended up with foundation all over my nose and I didn't even know. So let's use my selfie cam as my mirror, shall we? Okay. I'm not immediately horrified in the way that I thought I was going to be. I mean, this is hilariously too dark for me, but I, honest to God, thought I was going to put it on and be like, oh, this is terrible. It might not be. I have quite an important meeting today. I know it's a video meeting, so it's not quite as terrible if your makeup doesn't look great, but okay, I'm going to have to go and get a proper mirror to see this properly. This doesn't look terrible. I mean, really, really doesn't. I could do with blending that a little bit more. It's kind of catching because I have a good amount of facial hair. And it's kind of making that apparent down around my jaw, but not a massive thing. But a little. I really think that this brush is a winner for this, because also I still have that kind of like strange rash from wearing the makeup yesterday. I don't think it's like a breakout from the makeup I was wearing, as in the makeup was bad for me. I just think my skin didn't enjoy makeup. Okay, look, I know we all make jokes about Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse, Mostly that it was too dark for us, always the same. But also that it was really, really cakey. I wore this for quite a long time, and I wore this well into my 20s, and I mean, do you know what? Probably it's only been 10 years, 11, 12 years since I wore this, because I was for sure maybe 24, 22. I'm trying to remember. I can visualize myself. I can picture myself putting this on in my old house, and I wasn't a teenager anymore, and I would repurchase this. Eventually I graduated to the liquid satin, but there must have been something, like I was looking for something that would look good. I was putting this on my face and I wasn't going out and going, oh my god, this is horrendous. So the reason that I wanted to pick this up was partly because of that, just to kind of go back and see, but also people are repurchasing this brand new, or purchasing this brand new all the time and discovering it for the first time. Never seen a beauty video, never heard of it before, and the reviews are pretty good on Boots website, so I had to kind of dip my toe back in just to see. I'm going to bring you up close. So my pores, it's kind of, I mean, maybe a tiny bit, no more terribly than usual, around my eyes. It feels light in the way that I've applied it, kind of in like an airbrush buffed out way. I kind of maybe could do with a bit more blending there. This is not the terrible foundation that we have put it out there to be. I'm sure if I shuffled this on my face, I've just put it on my brush a little bit heavier, so we'll see. We might get, yeah, that's the texture, I remember that. Cakey. Right, so if we went a bit heavier, I'm sure it wouldn't look as nice. And I am looking for quite a light coverage, but I know a lot of people who liked this back in the day really wanted a heavy coverage foundation. And so perhaps it was the heavy element of it that made people think, oh, cakey, dry, looks terrible. So I'm going to go a little bit heavier. Right, so there were some areas where it was kind of like, not clinging, but it was kind of just coming together in clumps. And just rubbing that out with my fingertips seems to have solved that problem. It was gathering here when my moustache is growing, around my nose, a little bit on my chin. But I think I pretty much blended it away. It's definitely got a high coverage on this one. I've definitely got more product. Let me bring you in again. You can see here, I'm like due a dermaplaning session. You can see my nice moustache growing there. And so here it was gathering around there. It's still not terrible. As the youth say, I am shook. I'm going to put on a little bit of the rest of my makeup because I really want to see how this, do you know what? I can feel it on my face. I can feel a layer of makeup on my face. I didn't realise until I did the whole face. I can definitely feel it. Moving on. I wanted to see how this kind of behaved with other makeup and such on top of it. So I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer, a little bit of blush. This, by the way, is the Born to Glow from NYX. I'm really enjoying it right now. It is, I also thought this might be quite fun, you know, because it's quite a dark colour for me. It's a little bit too deep. The concealer is going to give me some strobing effects. Oh my god, I thought that was my cup of coffee. It wasn't. I'm also going to use a setting spray, which I don't know if that's a cheat, but I think I mean, probably I wouldn't if I was doing another foundation review, but I don't think, I think if this stuff looks great at the end of the day, even with a setting spray, I will be shocked to my core, because it's just been one of those things that for so long we've all gone, oh my god, yeah, do you remember Dream Matte Mousse? This was terrible, la-di-da. And every time I hear about it, I think it can't have been that terrible. Like, it's not that long ago. It's not like in the dark ages of makeup. There was a lot of makeup out there for us to choose from at that time. and they've never discontinued it. They're still making it, people still love it. There must be something to it. Right, I'm going to use the Dream Matte blush. The colour I've got is, I think it's called Koi Coral. Where does it say? It is Koi Coral. And I'm going to apply this with a brush, which has been my choice anyway recently with powder or cream blushes. I'm just going to stipple it because I don't want to risk disturbing the foundation underneath. I don't know if this is really going to blend this way, but we'll see. Maybe I am going to move it around a bit. But I thought, in the interest of Dream Matte, it would be interesting to throw in a Dream Matte blush at the same time. I was wearing this the other day just with my regular foundation. I really like it. Okay. Even like blending it around, I don't feel like I'm doing anything terrible. Also, I'm realising I filmed a video yesterday as well on this camera. Please let me know how the quality is, because I'm using a different camera, but I'm also using a mic. Not something that I do all the time, because I have been known to use a mic and all of the sound is terrible. So fingers crossed. And I'm also surrounded by tech equipment. Like I've got my laptop, my monitor, lots of things like here. To disturb it would be not ideal for that to happen. I'm going to use the Lash Paradise mascara from L'Oreal. But yeah, let me know if it's actually improved, if you have seen a difference in this video and the last one. Because I would like to continue to use this if it continues to work for me and you think it's better. I have to say, I'm impressed so far. God damn it. I got cocky. It's like, wow, everything's working so well. We'll see about that. Smudge. It looks really nice. It's very natural looking. I completely understand why this appealed to me for so long, because it has given me that kind of satin finish, not like chalky matte, but it is like wouldn't need to powder. Let me get further away because I think the exposure is too high on this camera. Can you see a little bit better now? I'm just really, really impressed. Right, I'm going to use the setting spray. Do we even need to? I don't know. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I don't use it really to set my makeup so much as to make it all look nicer. I don't even, in this case, think we even need it, but I thought I would give it its best shot since we're all almost rooting against it at this point. And I've got the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine Lip Gloss in Obsessed, which I completely forgot about and I rediscovered in a handbag that I haven't used since March. So all my favourite lip glosses were in this one handbag and I thought I'd lost them. They were there. I'm still yet to find, I had a YSL Balm gloss. I don't know what happened to it. I'll never know. I lost that years ago at this point. And I keep thinking maybe I'll buy another one because I really did like it, but probably not. So, here we are. Can you believe? Dream Matte Mousse. I'm going to wear this all day. I'm literally sitting at my desk. It is, what time is it? What time is it? It is, oh, I'm going to show you, but I will also want to dismiss any notifications. Here we go. So it's 8:33 right now. I'm going to check in with you later on today and we'll see how this is wearing. I'm just going to do one check-in, I think, because I'm not doing anything. I don't think we need, unless something crazy happens, but already I'm just so impressed. My face is a completely different colour to my neck, my chest, but that's what we expected. The finish, how it applied, everything else. Wow. Okay, I'm checking in. It is, what time is it? Nearly 3 o'clock. I've just looked in the mirror. I mean, from here, it's okay. It's not, my skin isn't matte, but it's kind of okay. I'm going to zoom you in a little bit. Let's see if you can see what I can see in the mirror. Also, what is this? I don't know. around here, gathering. Not quite so attractive as it was this morning. Quite oily, to say that once upon a time I loved this because it was a matte foundation. This is the area that's bothering me the most. I would say the side that I've done a lighter coverage, I'm still kind of happy with it. Let me just look in the mirror while I'm doing this because this is no good. It has kind of like creased in areas, it's settled, it doesn't set. It's on this side where it's heavier coverage anyway, I have some dryness. It's definitely not cute on this part of it. It doesn't necessarily look cakey, but it doesn't look natural. You can definitely see it on my face and it's not wearing very nicely. Now, I've just got to go and get Ella from school, so I thought I would do a little check-in now because it's kind of windy and warm outside and who knows, and I've got to also do some cleaning when I get back. So I'm going to check in with you kind of at the end of the day, but I wanted to check in with you now to just kind of give you an update. It's not, on this side, it's not the worst. It's definitely not the worst. Heavier side, not nice. I'm going to reserve judgment. Okay, I'm back. It has been pretty much 12 hours at this point, hasn't it? Because it's like 20 to 9 at night. Right, let's just zoom in and take a look. So this is the lighter side. You can kind of see money snoring. You can kind of see where it's settled and moved around in some areas. I mean, this is 12 hours. This shouldn't be lasting for 12 hours anyway. But, you know, from here, not horrendous. Definitely in the heavier side, I could see more kind of gathering. I mean, it's not super matte, is it? That's the main thing that we're taking away from this. It also really does move around your face. It's one of those kind of sits on your face foundations rather than sets on your face foundations. To be honest, I came into this with such low expectations that I actually feel pretty good about it. It's not the best foundation in the world, but it's not the worst. And I think used in the right way, I think if I had a lot of acne to cover, this would not be the foundation that I would use. And I think that that has historically been why people have leaned towards this. But I think it would totally exaggerate any kind of texture in your skin. No. However, if you've got kind of slightly oily skin, you kind of want to put a little bit of something on, it blurs a little bit, it's a nice finish for a while, not going to last forever. And if you're not a face toucher, this might not be a terrible foundation for you. If you are a face toucher like me, I'm not even that oily these days, and this is quite oily. It's definitely not something that I would be in a rush to go and repurchase the right colour for me in, because it's not really done for me what I would want it to do. But I've also tried many foundations at different price points that have done similar things to this. So the main takeaway is, I think we have written this off, or we've kind of rewritten history a little bit as this is such a terrible thing, like let's all mock this thing that we used to use, when in actual fact I don't think it was ever that bad. I think it was probably the way we were using it. We were probably applying too much of it and expecting different kind of results. If we apply too much of this, it's not going to look good. But lightly, it's not so bad. I would love to know if you guys have tried this recently, if any of you never stopped using it, or if you just didn't know that it had this bad reputation. The main reason I wanted to try it was to see if it's really as terrible as everyone says that it is, and I don't think it is. It's not great for me, but I definitely think that there is a place for it, and I don't think that it deserves the mockery that we give it. So yeah, I hope this has been an interesting one for you. I hope that it was fun, if nothing else, and a bit of a throwback blast from the past. Now I have some work to do because I took a little bit of time off to clean the house and show some people around. I showed people around with this foundation on, by the way. FYI. Fingers crossed for an offer on the house. And now I've got to go back to work and pitch in because it's very busy. So that's what the noises are in the background. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe, especially for this month because it's Budget Beauty month, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.